Welcome to this video. My name is Eva, and in this video I talk about some myth on a raw vegan diet, and it's kind of some beginner's traps that a lot of people fall into, myself in some cases included, and I just want to talk about them because over the years I gained more experience and I can just speak about these myths in a more differentiated way, I think. So the first myth is deodorant. I think that there's this myth that when you go to a raw vegan diet that you don't stink anymore and you don't smell anymore and you don't need deodorant and you're just this amazing, you have this amazing smell. And I think there's some truth in it because I really believe that when you eat a lot of fruit, a lot of veggies, especially fruit, that it's quite healthy, and so the digestive process and everything is a lot more smooth, and so in my opinion and from my experience, I think you just smell a little bit less. But I would definitely say, especially when you eat things such as onion, garlic, or any kinds of spices, that you still have a certain smell about you when you sweat, no matter if you're on a raw vegan diet. So I would still recommend to just use a deodorant, and there are so many organic ones that you can use that don't have many or any toxic ingredients. So I think it's still worth it. And the thing is, even if you don't smell because you just eat, for example, fruit and you don't eat any garlic or anything like that, still the t-shirts that you wear, if they get in contact with your sweat, still they kind of smell in a bad way. So always just use deodorant for the other people. And yeah, just a really funny but I think important thing to talk about. The next thing is a little bit more I would say kind of important because it's about medicine, because there are two ways that people go to the raw vegan diet or vegan diet, fruit-based diet. The first one is people who are just curious. That was me. I was just curious and I had so many amazing benefits from it, so I stick with it. But there are also people who have a lot of health issues and who are dealing with incredible, terrible health diseases and health issues, and they tried so many different things and nothing worked, so they're super disappointed with the medical system. They tried every treatment and nothing worked, and then they come to the raw vegan diet and they have just more health with the raw vegan diet, so they feel a lot better. So it's important to realize, in my opinion, that it's important to see things not as black and white, to, for example, not see the whole medical system as bad or is terrible, because actually I think in some cases it can be super helpful and important, because there's also this myth that if you're on a raw vegan diet or fruit-based diet that you are invincible and nothing can happen to you. But the thing is, there's still so many things that can happen to you, and some things are genetic. So that, and I think in some cases you can get certain viruses, certain diseases, etc. And then I think going to a doctor or going to a hospital in some cases can be life changing, like they can save your life. So I would definitely recommend to do your research and not just say no, all drugs and the whole medical system is wrong and everything is terrible, and because I would just recommend you to do some research, and because I think in some cases it can be really important to just go to the hospital, get yourself checked, because I think in some cases, like for example accidents is one case where even if you eat healthy you still need to go to the hospital and need some surgeries, etc. So just think a little bit more in a gray area and not just black and white, because it can be quite dangerous. And another myth that I already mentioned a little bit is that a raw vegan diet is the cure for everything. And I think that the raw vegan diet is amazing, and especially I came across so many people who have healed so many things, whether it be acne or really severe things. And I think there's a great YouTube channel, it's called Fruity Louise, and she interviews a lot of people who have health conditions and health diseases, and I healed it when going fruit-based or raw vegan, which is amazing. But I think that it's important to set expectations right and to say to people, hey, that yes, a raw vegan diet, a fruit-based diet is amazing, but you can still have certain diseases and some things are genetic. I think so. For example, I still have period pain. It got a lot better since I started my period to how I have my period now, but I still have period pain. And some people still have certain things and issues, and things can come up. And I think that just giving people the expectations, okay, maybe you have a certain health condition, and going raw vegan is definitely going to improve your possibilities of healing faster, just because you eat healthy and you cut out so much junk food from your diet, which is giving you so much better possibilities to heal. But it's like sometimes the damage is just too big, or yeah, and sometimes it's just not possible. So yeah, just have healthy expectations about a raw vegan diet, in my opinion. And I think that's just important, just my opinion. Another important and kind of funny topic is urine therapy. It's basically when, like, I don't know, someone started it, that they started to drink their own urine for health benefits, and I think that's just, there's no point in it, and it's quite illogical, because just from a logical point of view, when something goes out of your body, there's usually a reason for it. So it's not it's not the best idea to put it back into your body. So when you come across urine therapy, just do your own research, but just, yeah, I don't know, have some common sense about it. And another thing that I want to talk about is sex drive and losing your sex drive on a raw vegan diet. I think it's quite a generalized sentence, or a generalized thing to say, because I think sex drive, there's so many components and so many factors that play into it. For example, people can lose their sex drive when there's a lot of work, when they have a lot of stress, or when certain things happen, such as grief. You have a lot of grief, or you're in debt, and you just can focus on how to get out of that debt. So there are so many reasons for losing your sex drive, and I think that sometimes it also really depends on the personality of a person. I think that some people just have high sex drives, other people have lower sex drives, and I think that it changes over time and in which kind of stage of life you are. I think also that some men, maybe because of toxic masculinity, they have a high sex drive, when in reality they just want to cuddle and have maybe love. So I think it really depends, but to just say that a raw vegan diet you lose your sex drive because of a raw vegan diet, I think is questionable. I think in some cases it can happen when people don't eat enough, because many people, when they go to a raw vegan diet, they just don't eat enough calories. So a lot of people, when they don't eat enough calories, they just feel kind of sluggish and tired, and the only concern of the body is to get enough calories. And when you go on a raw vegan diet and you don't study, you don't eat enough, you don't learn how many calories you actually need to make this raw vegan diet or fruit-based diet successful, and you starve yourself, then you're probably going to be tired, and then you can lose your sex drive. But if you do a raw vegan or fruit-based diet, vegan diet correctly, and you learn how to do it, then yeah, you're not gonna lose your sex drive. So yeah, that were just some myths that you will probably come across when you just start eating this way, or start to eat a fruit-based diet. And I want to talk about it because yeah, it's really important to talk about those myths. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was okay that I made this video on my phone, because my camera broke, so I get it repaired, but it's not here yet. And I hope the audio was also okay. And if you want to learn more about a fruit-based diet, raw vegan diet, vegan diet, then definitely check out my website. I have amazing ebooks. I'm also currently working on an e-course, but it's a huge project and it's gonna take a lot of time probably. But in the meantime, definitely also check out my other YouTube videos, like and subscribe, like this video and subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot to me. And yeah, and if you have different opinions, feel free to write them in the comment section. I always like to discuss with people about certain ideas. And if you want to learn more, then stick around, because I'm gonna share a lot more about these types of lifestyles. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.